Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everybody. My name is Nono Subandio. I'm an English teacher at SMK Inklusi TPA Jember. I'm a student on program pendidikan profesi guru dalam jabatan tahun 2023 in Universitas Negeri Surabaya. My student number 20150274074. Today is Wednesday, 6 March 2024. I would like to share my teaching learning process for UKIN with descriptive text using project-based learning method. This is my class lessons. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, student.
Good morning.
How are you today? How are you today? Bagaimana kabarnya? In English, Baik, in English. I'm fine. Okay. Are you happy? Okay. Are you ready to study English? Okay, good. Before we study English, we will pray together for Bima. In forward, please.
Okay, friends, silent please. Let's pray together. Sir.
Okay, thank you, Bima.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, next I will taking your attendance. Okay, who is absent today? I will call your name. Tamrin?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Alif?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mahmud?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Dina?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bima?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And next, for the verse, let's do diagnostic test. I will give you the link of diagnostic test in your smartphone. Okay. Nah, and you have to answer the question for about 1 minute. Because that is simple question, okay? Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Hurry up. 1 minute, okay? Finish? Finish, yeah? Finish, okay? Okay, good. Now, we will study about descriptive text. Okay? Anybody knows about descriptive text?
Yes, I know.
Yes, do you know? Okay. Tamrin, come here please. Explain about descriptive text, okay?
Descriptive text is that explains something. It can be people, object, event, or places.
Okay, thank you Tamrin. Sit down please. Give applause for Tamrin. Tema kita adalah describing my computer laboratory. Nah, ini. Okay, there are 3 learning objectives. Number 1 is student can be able to understand the linguistic elements of the expression or giving and asking information about describing the school computer laboratory. Okay, and number 2 is student be able to create sentence to asking for information about describing the school computer laboratory. And then number 3 is student be able to create oral and written descriptive text, short and simple. There are one important things in study English. Don't worry about making mistake, because we can improve our ability in English by our mistake. So never give up to study English. Okay? Do you know the classroom? Do you have a classroom?
Yes.
Yes. What things are there in your classroom? Okay, I will show you about the picture. Look at the picture. Wait a minute. Look at the picture. Okay. Nih. What is the picture about? Classroom. Okay, good. This is classroom. This is a classroom picture. Ya, bukan yang lain gitu ya. But it's okay. And then you can look all of things, right? Give me for example. Now one. What thing in the classroom?
Windows.
Okay, Windows. Okay, good. Tamrin. What else? What else? Yang lain? Okay. Taufik? Yeah, I can hear. Louder please.
And books.
10 books. Okay, 10 books. Our book, yeah. Okay, there are books, sir. Okay, nice. And the others, many things in your in the picture you can mention. Book, and then window, and then table. Okay, good. And what else? Chair. Okay, good. Now, write down in the whiteboard about the vocabulary that you can see in the classroom picture. Okay, Tamrin?
Okay.
And Alif, Ali, Dina, and Divan. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, next. Alif, please. Okay, Ali, come on please. And then Divan, okay, Divan. And the last one, Dina ya. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, Dina, come on please. Okay, thank you, Dina. Sit down, please. Okay, the vocabulary is number 1 is book, and then table, chair, window, and picture. We have information about our class. Now, you have to make a sentence with their words. Ini contoh ya, for example ya, our class. Misalkan di sini our class. We are, what is it? X class. Ya, oke, class. And my class, misalkan bisa enggak my class in front of teacher office. Nah, office, nah ini bisa kan ini kan. Nah, kita bicara tentang kelas. Kelas apa sih? Kelas yang kelas kita yaitu kelas 10 gitu. And then we can use the information to make a sentence. And then book misalkan. Maybe some book ya, some book on the table. There are 17 table. And langsung aja boleh. And chair. How many? Berapa banyak?
34.
Berapa? And there are 34. Ini ya, 34. Ini ya. Chair. Oke. Chair. The closing statement, maybe closing, penutup, paragraf penutup, maybe. Oke, nyaman. Make a sentence with nyaman, with comfortable. We feel comfortable. Boleh, comfort ya, artinya nyaman. No, we comfortable. Kita tuh nyaman. Nyaman untuk. Nah, in English belajar, study. Okay, we feel comfortable to study here. Okay, that is my classroom. Nah, finish. Nah, our class sudah ketemu nih. Coba dibaca. Tamrin, baca yang keras.
Our class.
Okay.
We are a class.
Okay.
And my class in front of teacher office.
Okay, louder please.
There are some book on the table.
Next, terus.
There are 70 table and 34 chair and 5 windows. Next, there is a door.
Okay, good.
There is a picture.
Okay.
Color of the wall in our class in the screen. We feel comfortable to study here. That's my classroom.
Okay, give applause for Tamrin. Yeah. This is describing text. Inilah yang disebut dengan text descriptive or describing my classroom level. Describing our class. Menggambarkan tentang kelas kita. Nah, di sini kita bisa tarik beberapa informasi, yaitu we are X class and my class in front of teacher office. Ini adalah dinamakan dengan identification. Nah, identification. Nah, ini identifikasi. Identifikasi dari apa? Our class. And this is called, di sini adalah disebut dengan description. Nah, description. Nah, di sini nih, descriptive text with theme is our class. Any question about descriptive text? We can look the video. Look at the video.
Untuk mendeskripsikan sebuah tempat, kalian butuh beberapa tips, sehingga deskripsi kalian nanti akan bagus dan mencakup semua aspek tempat yang ingin kalian deskripsikan. Ikuti tips berikut ini. Yang pertama, di dalam sebuah deskripsi, biasanya di awal kita diminta untuk menyampaikan informasi umum. Nah, setelah itu kita tulis apa ya? Nah, supaya deskripsi tempat kalian bagus, kalian perlu melakukan a little research, ya, riset kecil-kecilan ya. You can access the internet and find information about the place that you want to describe. Jadi kalian cari di internet atau di buku atau kalian lihat langsung ya yang tempat yang ingin kalian deskripsikan, sehingga nanti kalian akan kaya deskripsinya. Nah, setelah mendapatkan bahan-bahan itu, kalian bisa mengumpulkan hal-hal yang ingin kalian deskripsikan. First, probably you want to discuss the location or how to reach the place. Lokasi tempatnya atau bagaimana mencapai tempat tersebut, ya. Kemudian yang berikutnya adalah what is the place like. Setelah mendeskripsikan mengenai lokasi atau how to reach the place, paragraf berikutnya kalian akan menyampaikan what is the place like. Seperti apa tempat itu. Kira-kira 2-3 kalimat. Nah, setelah itu kalian bisa langsung ke pembahasan berikutnya. What can people do there? What can people do in the place? Kira-kira apa saja ya yang bisa orang lakukan di tempat itu? Nah, kalian list data ya, kemungkinan-kemungkinan yang orang bisa lakukan di tempat itu. Yang berikutnya adalah kalian mungkin ingin menambahi informasi-informasi tambahan mengenai tempat itu. Nah, kebetulan contoh yang Ibu sampaikan ini nanti adalah tempat wisata, sehingga poin-poin yang ada ini ditujukan untuk orang yang ingin berwisata. Misalnya what is the place like, kemudian what can people do there. So this is about a tourist object or location for tourists. Nah, untuk tempat-tempat yang lain silakan poin-poinnya kalian buat sendiri. Jadi tidak harus persis seperti ini. Ini adalah contoh supaya deskripsi tempat kalian itu komprehensif, lengkap, bagus. Yang kalian perlukan adalah membuat poin-poinnya. Beda ulangi, general information, informasi umum ya di awal, di paragraf pertama ini biasanya, kemudian paragraf berikutnya bisa kalian buat poin-poin seperti ini ya. Oke, kita lihat sekarang. Alright, so because I'm going to give you an example of how to describe a place, and the place that I'm going to describe is amusement park, tempat wisata ya, taman wisata gitu, amusement park. I'm going to start with the general information. Okay, dusun means village and Semilir means breezy. However, Dusun Semilir is not a village at all. It is a new amusement park in Semarang region. Ini adalah paragraf pertamanya. Judulnya tentu saja Dusun Semilir. Contoh nih ya. Judulnya Dusun Semilir, kemudian ini the first paragraph. First paragrafnya ini sifatnya general, umum, mengenai tempat itu. Paragraf berikutnya sekarang. Oke, paragraf berikutnya adalah locations of the place or how to reach the place. Bagaimana sampai ke sana ya. Kita akan lihat, saya sudah meriset dari beberapa data gitu ya, dan inilah hasilnya. Dusun Semilir Eco Park is easy to reach because it is located on the side of the main road. The distance from the downtown of Semarang City is only about 37 kilometers with a travel time of approximately 40 minutes. Ibu sudah meriset tempatnya lewat internet ya. Jarak dari pusat kota, downtown itu pusat kota, ke tempat itu kira-kira 37 kilometer. Jadi dengan melakukan riset kecil-kecilan kalian akan mendapatkan data untuk mengisi deskripsi kalian. Nah, ini semua pakai kosakata yang dan grammar yang sederhana sehingga mudah-mudahan kalian bisa mengerti. Kalau yang bahasa Inggrisnya sudah advance, silakan pakai grammar atau kosakata yang lebih advance, lebih complicated ya. Ini ibu pilih yang sederhana. Oke, setelah informasi umum, kemudian how to reach the place, kita lanjut. What is the place like? Nah, kira-kira seperti apa ya tempatnya ya? Okay, this amusement park is famous for a variety of interesting photo spots that can be enjoyed by tourists who are selfie fans. Mungkin nanti bisa dipermudah ya. This amusement park is famous for a variety of interesting photo spots, misalnya titik ya. Kemudian turis atau selfie fans can enjoy the photo spots, titik. Nah, mau dibuat sederhana itu bisa. Kemudian, however, besides taking photos, visitors can also enjoy performances or delicious culinary delights at Gunungan Resto or Sepoi Food Court. Jadi selain foto-foto, ada juga penampilan ya, dan penampilan itu di situ nanti ada drum band dan macam-macam, ada pameran begitu. Kemudian ada culinary ya, yang enak-enak ya, tempatnya di situ. Nah, ini gambaran mengenai tempat itu seperti apa. Kita lanjut ke paragraf 4. What can people do there? Apa yang bisa orang lakukan di sana? Nah, kita lihat data-datanya. Oh, orang bisa ini. Oke, kita tulis sekarang. Visitors can enjoy many attractions here. First, they can enjoy Senggol Bridge. This unique bridge hangs over the park. Oke, lalu ya berikutnya, they can explore an area called Alun Eropa or European Square. Namanya Alun Eropa, ini diinggriskan European Square. Visitors can see buildings and areas with nuances of Morocco, Mykonos, and Paris. Mykonos itu di Greece ya, di Yunani, di Greece. Yunani. They can also try one of the modes of transportation that is characteristic of the continent, trams, yaitu tram ya, bisa naik tram. Apart from taking the tram, tourists can also take the gondola at the European Square. The gondola will take the passengers across attractive, colorful buildings. Those who like nature, jadi ini sudah pindah lagi ya. Jadi tadi pertama naik Senggol Bridge, yang kedua ke Alun Eropa, yang berikutnya lanjut nih. Those mereka who like nature can explore Alas Tirta. It's full of lush trees and shady plants. Alas Tirta has a number of interesting photo spots. One of them is a giant flamingo statue that tourists can ride. If you want to try an adrenaline pumping activity, ini yang lain lagi berarti ya, you can ride the colorful 30 meter slide. Jika kamu ingin mencoba kegiatan yang memompa adrenalinmu, kamu dapat naik perosotan ya, warna-warni setinggi 30 meter atau sepanjang 30 meter. Oke. Sip ya. Lanjut sekarang. Ini paragraf 4. Paragraf 5-nya. Additional information. Okay. Probably because this is an amusement park, so maybe you want to add about the tickets, and then the best time to visit, and then what should people bring and should not bring maybe, and then where to park the vehicles, ya. Ini contoh-contohnya dan etc. banyak lagi. Kalian selain menempatkannya di paragraf yang berbeda, mungkin kalian juga bisa menyisipkannya di paragraf-paragraf sebelumnya. Ini contoh sedikit saja ya. The entrance ticket on weekdays is to 20,000 rupiah, while on weekends it is 25,000 rupiah. If you are interested in visiting the place, make sure you come early so you can fully explore the place and avoid a long line of a favorite ride. Kalau mau explore full, datang lebih awal ya, supaya terhindar dari a long line, antrian yang panjang gitu ya, untuk tempat wahana, ride itu wahana ya, wahana-wahana yang favorit. Oke. Itu tadi rancangan kita tadi sudah merancang menjadi 5 paragraf. Kalian bisa merancang 2 paragraf, 3 paragraf, tergantung planning kalian ya, apa yang ingin kalian ceritakan. Oke, jadi inilah hasil akhir dari deskripsi tempat yang kita rancang dan kita tulis tadi. Don't forget to do small research so you can get more information about the things that you want to write. Misalnya kalian ingin nulis tempat rumah kalian sendiri pun kalian harus melakukan observasi ya, pengamatan. Ada berapa ruang, ada berapa luasnya mungkin ya, letaknya di mana, luasnya berapa, ada berapa lantai, how many floors, kemudian how many rooms, roomnya apa saja, what can people find in each room, what the members of the family do in each room, seperti itu. Nah, nanti kalian deskripsinya akan sangat kaya. Oke, itu penjelasan dari Ibu about the describing a place. And I hope that by observing the video you can get insight of how to make a description about a place. Good luck.
Give you a project. Saya akan memberikan kalian sebuah tugas project ya, membuat project. Temanya adalah ini. What is it? What is the picture about? What is the picture about? Our laboratory ya. Tema kita adalah mendeskripsikan tentang lab komputer kita. Nah, ini ada fotonya nih. Ada berapa PC nih? Kalian bisa hitung. Kemudian ada berapa kursi? Ada macam-macamnya. Oke. Itu. Oke, I will make a group. One group consists of 5 person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a group, please. Oke, hurry up. Buat bentuk sebuah grup. Oke. I will give you worksheet ya, lembar kerja. And then look at the picture. Find information our computer laboratory. That is information that you can create to make a sentence, and from the sentence you can create
to descriptive text and make it to be poster, flyer, or PPT. It's okay. Okay, that is your project. Itu adalah tugas project kalian. Oke, mulai. Projectnya this day you can list here jadwal kegiatan, tanggal, hari, dan tahun this day, ya, hari ini, ya. How about maybe you can do your project or finish your project what day? Thank you. Oke, ini menjadi kesepakatan kita. So you have to finish your project making flyer, poster, or PPT, PowerPoint. Oke, finish ya? Paham ya? Oke, good. Discuss with each other. Oke. Any difficulties? Ada yang kesulitan? Ada kesulitan? No. Oke. If you find difficulties about English, you can use You can use Google Translate. Okay, it's okay. My computer laboratory. Kasih tulisan my. It is more specific, ya. Wait a minute. Okay, thank you. And next, wish to be volunteer, presentate your product here. Good, that is the product. Okay, good. Silakan. Here, please. Okay. Perkenalkan dulu, perkenalkan kelompok berapa nih?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
A multimedia laboratory is a necessary facility in information technology education, especially since TPA Jember in inclusive vocational school has multimedia skill competency that has now turned into visual communication design.
Next, the red one, yang merah ya.
The multimedia laboratory has one server and 15 client computers that are connected even to one student cannot be used on one computer. The ratio is still sufficient to be used in the learning process. The multimedia laboratory owned by the Jember TPA Inclusion Vocational School is adequate. The room is air conditioned, neatly arranged, has a network between computer and is connected to the internet.
Okay, give applause for you. Thank you, Tamrin. Our model is a project, ya, project based learning. Project is it means that we have to study and you have make a product, flyer, poster, or PPT. Nah, ini adalah salah satu contoh. Pak, banyak kekurangan, Pak. Ya, memang. Pak, ada banyak kesulitan. Ya, memang kita tahu. Tapi jangan takut untuk melakukan kesalahan, karena kesalahan itu it is normal, ya. Itu adalah hal yang normal. Oke? So far is so good, ya. So far so good. Sejauh ini, I will talk to you about the next meeting, ya. The next meeting, we will study about narrative text. Okay, Bima, please help to lead we to pray together to close our lesson today. Come here, please.
Okay, friends, silent please. Let's pray together. Finish, sir.
Okay, thank you, Bima.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you. And so I will close the lesson today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next meeting, okay? See you.